about the function COUNTIFS and COUNTUNIQUEIFS. COUNTIFS like something like count the number of cells with multiple conditions, whereas COUNTUNIQUEIFS is something like count the number of cells with multiple conditions, plus it will check that uniqueness of the specified conditions. And here we have two type of scenarios. We post that we'll get some other ideas on how to, it is that the two functions on which scenario you have to use COUNTIFS and which scenario you can use that COUNTUNIQUEIFS. Let's get into that. And in the first formula we are mentioning that COUNTIFS first one, and I have a scenario something like I just want to fetch that a number of students who are having the marks greater than 50, and the joining date should be greater than 2010. So in that scenario, so first of all, that I just want to mention that marks column, marks, and I need to specify a condition should be greater than 50, and in the second condition I am specifying the joining date column and mentioning the date is greater than 2010. Yeah, sorry. So I have 6 findings here, but how does it come? So here we have it is checking the greater than 50 here. 1, C10, C11, C13, C15, C14. Here we have 7 findings, and the joining date it should be greater than 2010. Yeah, so if we check that, D14 won't come in the count because D14 is less than 2010. So in this scenario we have 6 findings with using COUNTIF, yes, but assume that if we are using, but here I have the duplicate marks in the column C. I have 2 elements here with the duplication, 3 elements here. So assume that I just want to remove the duplicates, and with that the condition should be appended. At that time we must go for count unique if yes, and the same condition, the same range I'm mentioning, and should be greater than 50. Just selecting the join date and should be greater than, yeah, sorry, So if we check here, count unique ifs expect three arguments, but here we just specified two arguments. This is another set of parameters for condition check, but we have not mentioned anywhere saying that this column has to be unique. This column has to find the unique values. But so for that, the first column should be, so here we just want to remove the duplication. The mouse, yeah. So here if you check that, the result is a 4. The reason is these two values will be removed and the remaining values will be counted. And this is how you may have the scenario something like you need to use multiple condition, but still you need to omit another set of duplication from the specified ranges. So at that time you can use that count unique ifs function, and we have another set of scenario with the two functions. And this time I'm just comparing that numeric instead of the date. Assume that I just want to retrieve that number of students whoever opted the language as a Hindi plus whoever having the marks greater than 40. And this time I'm just selecting the students column and put the condition something like the value should be Hindi, and the second condition is it should be greater than 40. Yeah, here if you check that, it's 0. But how? இப்போ நீங்க ஆக்சுவலா நம்ம ட்ரேஸ் பண்ண முடியலன்னு சொன்னது இப்போ வந்திருக்கா? பெண்டிங்ல இருந்தது கரெக்ட். ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. ஸோ அது என்ன அந்த சேம் அந்த விஏ தானா அந்த? சரி, இப்போதான் போட்டிங்களா? இப்போ 7 ஆயிடுச்சு, இப்போதான் போட்டிங்களா? ஓ, அப்போ போட்டது அதுக்கப்புறம் 1 ஹவருக்கு அப்புறம் ட்ரிகர் ஆயிக்கும் சொல்றாங்களா? ஓகே சரி ஓகே. ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் அதை ஆக்சுவலா பிக் பண்ணி ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? ஓகே ஓகே. எனிவே நான் செக் பண்றேன். அப்போ அரௌண்ட் வந்து சரி ஓகே. அப்போ 3 to 5 தான் இருக்கும், 3 to 6 மேக்ஸிமம். ஓகே, நான் எடுத்து பார்த்துட்டு எது இருந்தால் நான் மெயில் பண்ணி விடுறேன். சரி ஓகே ஓகே. நான் பார்த்துட்டு என் ரெக்வஸ்ட் வரட்ட நான் உங்களுக்கு மெயில் பண்ணி மெயில் தான் போட்டு விட்றீங்களா? இல்லைல்ல, சரி. இல்லை எனக்கு ஆக்சுவல் ரெக்வஸ்ட் தான் தெரியும் உங்களுக்கு. இப்போ நான் பார்த்துட்டு உங்களுக்கு கால் பண்ணி சொல்லுவோம் இல்லை எப்படி? ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. ஃபைன் ஓகே. here the range must be B, means I'm just looking for that Hindi value, the course cell. So here I have 6 findings, means counting the number of students with having the values of Hindi and with having the marks are greater than 40, and assume that I just want to find that uniqueness of that courses instead of having, and how that value will be 6. Here if you check that, I am having 6 findings here in the course column, and with the greater than 1, 5, 6, and all values are available in the marks is greater than 40. Yeah, so assume that if I am using COUNTUNIQUEIFS instead of COUNTIFS in this scenario, how does it work? And the same range, but here I just want to mention where the controller look for the unique values, and of course I just want to check that uniqueness in the cell B, I mean courses column, and here again I am just selecting that condition. I am putting the condition saying that it's a Hindi and the marks greater than 40. Yeah, here if you check that value is a 1. The reason is we already specified the values of Hindi here, means already the condition is applied and the duplicate data were come. So with using that count uniqueness, that 6 result available in the courses column will be removed, the duplication will be removed, and it is showing that the result is a 1. Yeah, and you may have another scenario saying that instead of having that languages as, you can use the students column, and you can mention any name. So I'm just mentioning this value is Rafi. So if we check that, see you later.